Hey, good morning and welcome on this Tuesday morning. It is January the 13th, probably rubbing your eyes this morning as the poor Pittsburgh Steelers no longer in the playoffs. And they stayed up, if you stayed up late to watch that game, I can assure you I did not. But if you did, then, it's a good time to wake up now because we got some interesting things for you today. We're going to start off talking in hour number one this morning as Brandon Antinopoulos from Forward RX is here for his monthly visit. And this month he has in tow with him John Horvath Jr., who's from the Beaver County Cancer Society. And we're going to talk about their upcoming gala this morning as well. So we've got that plus much, much more. And we're going to talk about Forward RX along with it as well. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
John, what's up? How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Great. So last night, did you guys stay up late to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, my son, he came out at like 10 o'clock from his bed and was coming out and be like, yeah, Dad, what are you doing? And normally he's not, like he's 8 years old. He's
right.
like not into football too much, but for I think some reason he understood that tonight was a big game, and he understood that I think his grandmother was going to be pretty stressed out that night because she's a big Steeler fan too, so probably wanted to have something to talk to her about. But yeah, the two of us on the couch till the end watching it. It was a tough one to watch.
You didn't give up after that last turnover, or?
No,
Okay.
He did though.
Okay.
He did. When he woke up this morning, he told his mom, "The Steelers lost 24-6," and I'm like, buddy,
you missed some
there." Yeah.
So, what about you, John? Did you stay up and watch it, or?
Oh, yeah. I was with friends and family. We got together just like the old days. We used to have Steeler parties, and man, we were so excited that whole first half, and second half really just kind of let us down a little bit. But we stayed up and started my car right after that pick. I was like, you know what? Gotta go.
Well, I mean, it's unfortunately now Mike Tomlin now has the longest losing streak in the playoffs in the history of the NFL at this point. He's ties, I can't remember the Cincinnati Bengals coach, but ties him for 7 consecutive losing playoff appearances.
Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, there you go. I couldn't think who it was. That kind of, what do you guys think? Should we keep Tomlin? Is he on his way out the door?
I don't know. I think, at least judging by last night, I saw a lot of dropped passes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But again, it all starts with the leadership, and there's been a consistent record with the Steelers. I don't really know what the answer is, but I'm not passionately in the camp of replace him, but I'm not like passionately and like let's keep him. So I think I'm just in the wait and see, and I'm going to try not to stress about it over the next year.
What do you think, John?
Oh, I'm in the same boat. I'm not passionate on either side. I just think that we need more on the offensive side of the ball. We need some creativity, and I feel like sometimes the offense is just a little bit hampered.
Quarterback.
Yeah, well,
definitely. I think Rodgers is done for sure. But
yeah. And we were talking about this on the way in here. I'm not like a huge Aaron Rodgers fan, but it's been kind of cool to see him in the black and gold this past year, and for that to be his last game, that's tough because he was fighting till the end there, and and even the defense was fantastic, and as long as they could. So even if he's got 1 year left in the tank and decides to come back, I wouldn't be disappointed about that either. But I understand, if that was it, that's a tough game to go.
I wouldn't want to leave on them terms either.
Yeah.
A little salt, and so something salty. So, and I think it would be good to have him back next year, in my opinion, just because. Give Will Howard another year to develop. I mean, Mason Rudolph's proven he's a good backup.
Yeah.
But as a starter, he just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So to me, at that point, it's like, so I wouldn't mind Rodgers another year.
Yeah, I agree.
And hopefully we can get Will Howard in here in a couple of years and get him going, So.
Yeah, and in the draft, just get some weapons on offense.
Yeah.
Get a couple of receivers that can make a difference. And
the offensive line was horrible last night. I think that's part of their need, their huge need.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
No time.
Yeah, so, and I think typically under Mike Tomlin, we've always seen that Mike Tomlin teams have they've always replaced the coordinators and replaced everybody, but they haven't replaced Mike Tomlin. And it's still the same. Everything's the same. They still get lose in the first round. They still barely have a winning record. To me, if they're going to make a change with all the candidates that are out there right now, this is the year to do it because there's so many out there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like if him and Harbaugh switch places?
We were talking about that last night.
That'd be cool. Harbaugh in Pittsburgh and Tomlin in Baltimore.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but So.
Be a good story. Make for some good entertainment.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyways, let's get started. Brandon, why don't you tell us a little bit about Forward RX to start with?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, so owner and pharmacist at Forward RX Pharmacy. So we are an independent pharmacy located in New Brighton, so 809 3rd Avenue in New Brighton. We offer simple, transparent prices on prescriptions without the hassle and hidden cost of insurance. So if anyone they're not happy with their pharmacy experience currently where insurance is sending them, or if you feel like you're overpaying, you can give us a call, 724-246-6257, or go to our website, fwdrx.com. We post all of our prices online. You can go onto our new website, use our price checker, price out what your medications would be, and then easily get started if you want to transfer to our pharmacy. And most of the medications that are dispensed in the U.S., 90% of those are generics, and 89% of those cost less than a cup of coffee for me to put on my shelf, actually for all pharmacies to stock. So it just doesn't really make sense to use an insurance product to cover those, and it actually increases the cost, not only just potentially the cost of your medications, but even if you're getting $0 copays on theirs, that's a reason for the insurance company to raise your premiums for next year. So at least for those things that are low cost and routine, we offer an alternative as part of our mission to bring transparency, affordability, and patient choice back to healthcare.
Well, and as we did last month, transition's actually easy to do. It saved me half by switching with you. And you handled everything, so it made it even easier.
Yeah, as I say, send it to Forward RX. We'll take care of the rest.
All right. Yeah, so cool. All right. We're going to take a short break. We come back. We're going to talk with John Horvath Jr., and we're going to talk about the upcoming Hearts Fire Gala that the Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association will have. And you're welcome to call in, too, along the way if you have any questions for Brandon or for John at 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. We'll be right back after this.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today.
Pharmacy in New Brighton. At Forward RX, we believe in transparency and affordability. No insurance middlemen, no inflated prices, just the true cost of your medication plus a simple fixed markup. Join the Forward RX family today and experience the difference. Check out our medication prices online at fwdrx.com or give us a call for a price quote. Forward RX. Come for the savings and stay for the service.
Weekday mornings were meant to drive in the fast lane. It's Frank Sparks on Beaver County Radio.
And we do have to thank our sponsor, which is none other than Patriot Home Care. They jumped on starting on January the 1st. They said, we don't like Scott no more. We're going to go hang out with Frank for a while. So thanks to Kelly and everybody at Patriot Home Care for sponsoring the show. And thanks to Brandon for coming in today. And also bringing John along with them. So, John, why don't you start out by first telling us about the Beaver County Cancer and Heart Society?
Yeah, absolutely. So can I stop back just real quick and say, I've known Brandon for about a year and a half, and he is a phenomenal person. I would highly recommend Forward RX. Man, he's the most transparent that you can get. He will literally go to another company to help somebody just to help them. So just a little plug for him.
I think it's in the family genes.
Yeah.
Your dad's the same way.
Grew up that way. You just take care of people, and
that's awesome.
The rest, success will happen as a result of that. But yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. The Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association. So I'll give you a little backstory, but it started around 1955. Here in Beaver County, there were two organizations, Beaver County Cancer Society and Beaver County Heart Association. Mm-hmm. So they were two separate organizations. They realized that there was a need here in Beaver County for these two diseases that were the most affecting around the area, not only here, but in America. And they didn't want to go through the large channels like the American Cancer Society and the American Heart Association. So they created these local organizations to help right here in Beaver County. Around the 70s, they started to work together because they realized that both of these are the most affecting. So they wanted to create one organization. Ultimately, somewhere around 1998, I think they filed for their nonprofit together to be Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association. So that's where we are today. And we pride ourselves and we really want to be the number one resource and the place that people go right here in Beaver County when they are diagnosed with cancer or a heart disease. We want to be that resource that they come to for information, for programs, for services, for somebody to talk to. And that's our main goal.
John, you took over, about a little over a year ago?
Yeah, actually, I've been there since December of 2023.
Okay.
So it seems shorter.
So what, what brought you to the cancer, to Beaver County Cancer and Heart? I know that you have a couple stories that are close to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you asking. So it's affected my family in a lot of different ways. I lost my grandpa back in 2017 to cancer, and then back in 2021, I lost my dad. So it's affected my family like wildfire, unfortunately. My mom actually had it this past year. Mm-hmm. So it's a very passion point for me. I want to be able to step in and I want to be able to help those people that I wasn't able to help back in the day. So that's what brings me here.
Okay. And for those, I'm just going to kind of like open the bow a little bit for everybody so they kind of know who you are. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know John's grandmother is Nancy Smith, who used to have the seamstress shop, now has one in Elwood City. And your mom Tracy and I went to school together, graduated together. Yeah. And then obviously I knew your grandpa Rick as well, so he's a great guy too. So, so tell us, so what has been your vision? So it seems like moving forward, like I don't know how to put this. I don't want to insult anybody, but like you have brought it more to the forefront than what it's been in the past. So tell me about what your vision is here for Beaver County Heart and for Cancer and Heart.
Yeah, absolutely. So my vision is to, again, just make it the resource, make it the place that everybody knows that, hey, once you get this diagnosis, this is where you need to go. Mm-hmm. This is where you need to be and be asking questions and be leaning on the people that have the resources for you. So that's my biggest goal is, when I started, I anticipated everybody knew who Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association was.
Not really.
That wasn't the case.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it was my goal, from the jump, to just make it known, make people know who we are and what we do. So that's still the vision of mine, still the goal of mine. I want every single person in Beaver County to know Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association.
So you talked about resources. What are some of the resources that you have available?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have quite a few resources here, but I'll talk about our 3 main programs, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So a couple programs here. One is our longest standing program, our pharmaceutical assistance program, and this kind of goes along the lines with pharmaceutical for Brandon as well. But we assist Beaver County residents with applying for low or no cost prescription assistance programs. So if they have a medication that they're unable to afford, they have cancer or heart disease, those are a stipulation to get into the program. We'll help them apply for an assistance program if there's one through the manufacturing company. And I kind of look at this as like the triangle, and we're kind of right in the middle of the triangle between the individual, their PCP, and the manufacturer.
Okay.
We're right in the middle. We don't have any hands in anything. We don't determine anything. We just help them. So that's our first program, and that's where we kind of have the most people in it.
You can yell in anytime you want as we go.
I was just saying that's been a great resource for us also, because within our model, our pricing works really well with generic medications because they're low cost. And as much as we would love to offer affordable pricing with brand name medications, we've talked in the past the reasons why the brands are so expensive. But to have a resource and a connection like the Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association that has this program, whenever people call us and they're looking for particular brand name medications that we can't help them on the price as part of what we do to help them find an affordable price, this is a great resource for us to refer them to, and even for us to have the brochures and the information for the association. Anytime we get a new patient coming to the pharmacy for a medication that's for heart disease or for cancer, that's one of the first things that we're doing also is say, hey, are you aware that Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association? And it's usually like, oh, no, what's that? And we can give them the information and refer them, even if it's not for medication, but for all the other programs. And again, just the assistance and the resource that's out there. And, like you had said, in the past couple of years, I joined the board of the association 2 years ago, got to get more involved. I think it was like shortly after you came on as the executive director of the association. But as you can hear, I think just John's personal story and connection, as well as his passion, is really resonated, I think, with the community whenever we go and do some of the events or hear about some of the programs, or even for some of the people that benefit from the programs. A lot of that is, I think, just because of the connection and the passion that John brings. So it's been a great resource for us as a pharmacy in Beaver County, and specifically with that program too.
All right. You are welcome to call if you have any questions or anything as we go along here. It's 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. And we'll talk about the other aspects of what you guys do. You had 2 other ones, right?
Yep.
All right. We'll talk about those after we take a short break with News with Noah here on Beaver County Radio.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today. Benefits include health insurance, life insurance, paid vacation after 1 year, and 1.5 times hourly pay for overtime plus holiday hours. Patriot Home Care employees provide personal care, conversation and companionship, medication reminders, light housekeeping and laundry, meal preparation, and errands. Start your career in home care today and call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or apply online at patriothomecare.org.
The chase returns to NASCAR. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
Hi, folks. Kyle Petty here. I want to tell you about a place that's dear to my heart, Victory Junction. It's a year-round camp that gives kids with complex medical and physical conditions life-changing experiences that are fun, empowering, and always free for families. Please help Victory Junction support kids who need it the most by making a donation today. Any amount will help kids attend camp for free. Help make a difference by visiting victoryjunction.org/donate.
Kyle Larson Larson has won the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Championship.
Congratulations to Kyle Larson and Hendrick Motorsports on winning the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Championship.
I think today just really shows the hard work and fight that we put in all season, and for the race to play out like that is just crazy.
The race to win the 2026 Cup Series Championship begins in February, right here on the Motor Racing Network. The successful season-ending championship dubbed The Chase is returning with a few modifications NASCAR announced today. The Cup Series and Craftsman Truck Chase will remain at 10 and 7 races, while the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series will have 9. Drivers reaching the Chase in all 3 series will remain the same with 16, 12, and 10 respectively, while Winnin' You're In is no more. Points will be modified for race winners to 55, and the regular season champ will receive 25. Stage racing and their points remain the same, but playoff points will no longer be granted as they will not be used. I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and BeaverCountyRadio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning. On this Tuesday, January 13th of 2026, we will have a complete Beaver County Radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. According to Hopewell zoning officer John Bates, late last year the township approved a request from Revival Today to allow assemblies at 400 Commerce Drive in the Hopewell Business and Industrial Park. That building permit is still working through the process for approval, which would allow renovations inside the building. Bates expects that to be approved in the coming weeks. Neighbors near the location of the church on Coriopolis Heights Road were complaining about the noise of the outdoor events being held there in 2024. Last month is when Moon Township denied the permit of the church to operate. Revival Today has been around the area of Pittsburgh for the last few years. Bates also expressed that by approving the request to allow assembly at the Hopewell location, there will be language that is said to control the noise. There is no word yet on when services will start at the new location. Gas prices are 2 cents higher in western Pennsylvania this week at $3.11 per gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. As 2026 continues, the national average for a gallon of gas has dropped 2 cents over the past week to $2.79, and March of 2021 was the last time the national average for a gallon of regular gas was this low. The report states that at this time a year ago, the average price for a gallon of gas in western Pennsylvania was around $3.37, and the average price that you can expect for a gallon of gas here in Beaver County is about $3.11. PennDOT District 11 announced that tonight, weather permitting, overnight restrictions on I-376 in the city of Pittsburgh and Rosslyn Farms and Carnegie Burrows in Allegheny County will occur. From 10 p.m. tonight to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, a single-lane restriction will occur on I-376 as PennDOT crews will conduct crash barrier repair work there. The places that this work will occur can be found on our website at BeaverCountyRadio.com. Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding announced yesterday in Harrisburg on the third day of the 2026 Pennsylvania Farm Show that $600,345 in PA Farm Bill agriculture and youth grants, which includes 15 matching and 47 direct awards to organizations in 33 counties, will fund projects that will empower youth across Pennsylvania to succeed in its $132.5 billion agriculture industry. Pennsylvania Labor and Industry Secretary Nancy A. Walker and Pennsylvania Education Secretary Dr. Carrie Rowe joined Secretary Redding to make this announcement during a career expo, which connected over 2,200 Pennsylvania students with career opportunities offered by 48 agricultural businesses. In Beaver County, Riverwise received $7,500 for the 2026 Summer Sustainability Institute. The rest of these funds can be found on our website at BeaverCountyRadio.com. And witnesses stated that a fight over a parking complaint happened before gunfire broke out in the Hazelwood neighborhood of Pittsburgh last night. According to Pittsburgh Public Safety, it happened at around 10:15 p.m. on the 100 block of Tecumseh Street. Police noted that officers responding to a ShotSpotter alert discovered shell casings on the sidewalks, 2 homes that had been hit by bullets, as well as a woman who had a gunshot wound to the leg. She was stable when she was taken to the hospital. No arrests had been announced as of early this morning.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Today it'll be breezy with increasing clouds and a slight chance of rain. We'll see highs of 46 and overnight lows around 40. And tomorrow look for gusty winds and rain through mid-afternoon, followed by a possible rain and snow mix. Expect to see highs of 42 and lows of 16. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Tuesday, January 13th of 2026, at 36 minutes after 10, we've got a temperature of 38 degrees currently in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
You're driving in the fast lane with Frank Sparks on 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. You can also stream live on beavercountyradio.com.
It's 10:36 in Beaver County on your Tuesday morning. Don't forget, coming up, we will have Friday night this week basketball. It is the Beaver Falls Tigers taking on the Aliquippa Quips. We had a game for you earlier this year. And did turn out well for Beaver Falls, but hopefully this time they can get back on the winning ways and beat the Quips. So we'll have that action for you. 7 o'clock will be airtime, 7:30 will be tip-off, and then way back when this week. So we're going to go back to, and John, you're a Beaver Falls grad, right?
I am.
All right, so
2013.
we're going to go back to 2012 and way back when this week, when Beaver Falls, the Tigers of Beaver Falls, the 2A WPIL championship, where they beat Monessen to win this championship. Unfortunately, they fell short in the state playoffs that year, and then the following years when they won the state title. But, so we'll have that for you way back when. It's a replay of the games. It starts at 8 p.m. on Sunday night, so make sure you tune into that. It's presented by Fry Transportation and also brought to you by The Hangar in Moon Township. All right, we're visiting this morning with Brandon Antinopoulos. He's in for his monthly visit from Forward RX. And today he has John Horvath Jr. with us. He's from the Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association. We've been talking a little bit about some of the aspects of what are some of the programs and different things that you guys have to assist people who maybe have heart disease or have cancer. We started with one which was working with drugs and prescriptions and things like that. So what's the other aspects of what you guys do for people?
Yeah, so I'll talk about 2 more.
Okay.
And one is called the Transportation Assistance Program. So this is a 2-part program. We realize that transportation is sort of a barrier for some people to either get to appointments, even get to the grocery store. You know what? Whenever you're diagnosed with a disease, you may not have family around here. They may be, pretty far away, and sometimes you can't drive yourself. So we wanted to put together a program that's 2 parts. So one, if you need a ride to a location, not that we have the services to give you that ride, but we will find someone who can, whether that's a local resource here. We use the American Cancer Society's Road to Recovery program quite often, but that's one part of the program. The other part is if you do drive yourself or if you have a family member that's consistently driving you, we realize that gas costs are significant.
Right.
So we want to be able to help out with fuel relief cards. So those are gas cards up to 2 times a year that we will give you, free of cost. All you have to do is keep your receipts after to show us that you did spend it on gas, and we will get you another one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. Some of the neat programs. So where's money come from this?
Man, it's a bunch of different directions, and I guess this kind of leads us into the Hearts Fire Gala.
Brandon knew where I was going.
Yeah, so
right.
This is a big fundraising event for us, and it's something that's actually our 2nd annual. So we did our first one last year.
All right.
Turned out to be a really, really good event. We had about 133 people there last year. Which was a lot more than we anticipated. We just wanted 100. We wanted to, break the barrier there. But this year we have 200 seats available.
Okay.
So it's going to be on Valentine's Day this year. We wanted to keep it along the theme of, keeping your hearts afire.
Right.
Make it about something else that day. It can be about love, but there's more love to be spread around. So Valentine's Day, it's going to be at Seven Oaks Country Club this year, about 5 to 10 p.m. And 200 tickets available. So that's the limit there, and we hope to fill the room.
Where is it? It's going to be at Seven Oaks?
Yep, Seven Oaks Country Club.
All right. How can you get tickets? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was say this event last year was a lot of fun, and I joke with John. I look for any reason to put on a tuxedo, and there's not too many, and this is a fun event where you get the chance to do it, and the fact that if you're looking for something to do with your significant other, on Valentine's Day, here's a great, easy thing to commit to. That's a lot of fun, and it's a good experience. But yeah, I have my wedding tuxedo from about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about there's nothing like a fitted tuxedo. So any chance I get to kind of bust that thing out and bust a move in it, because there's live music that's there. Yeah, it's just it's a really fun event. And all the funds and the proceeds go directly into funding these programs, as you can hear, which are very beneficial, and it all stays local to the people here in Beaver County.
So what are some of the events planned for the evening at the gala?
Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. We have our welcome cocktail hour from 5 to 6. After that, we'll bring everybody into the main room where the tables are. And then food will essentially be served immediately. Start with your salads and then move on through your dinner course. During that time, we'll have some speakers get up, talk about our organization, talk about, their experiences with either cancer or heart disease. Don't want to give anything away too early.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be exciting. So after that, we'll have a small portion of the event where we talk about our programs and services, and we let them know, what their money's going to and why they're there, to make them feel even better about, being in those seats. And then we go through an auction of some sort that will say, hey, do you want to pitch $50 towards our, heart care bags? Mm-hmm. How many people want to do that? Raise hands, go collect.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was such a cool experience and moment. I remember last year and just kind of saying like, yeah, we're looking for 10 people to, donate $50 to this particular thing. And you just see the hands, go up, and it's a pretty cool experience, and, to be there and be a part of it. And even I know myself, I wasn't really, I was just coming to enjoy the evening, but whenever you see others like that, you kind of feel called, if you have the means to do so, to support that. And, my wife and I had the chance to do that for some of the heart care bags that get provided to people with heart disease. Very, very cool event. A lot of fun, very inspiring, and to hear the stories of the people there, it gives you this sense of, if you have the opportunity to support, that's great. But then also, I think just the pride that this is Beaver County, and helping your fellow neighbor and folks here in the county. It's a cool thing.
Now, is there like a chance auction or anything like that, or just the type of auction you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have basket raffles, and then we'll also have a silent auction that's higher value items.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Didn't someone get, was it trip to Greece or something like that? Was
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, trip to Greece last year was the big ticket item.
Okay. Highlight some of the things that are this year. Maybe Mike. Encourage somebody to come out and bid on something.
Oh man. So this year we have something that's also pretty exciting. We're getting a trip donated to Africa. It's a hunting trip in Africa.
Okay.
It's about a $9,000 value package.
Wow.
So it's a significant thing. And we also got a lot of paintings and art that was signed by the artist. Donated. It's about $3,500 worth of value there as well.
That's awesome.
So those are two of our bigger things. Working on some other things. Again, can't give away everything that we have, but just a few things to entice some people.
Now, you did mention you had speakers. Do you have like a featured speaker that you're going to let the cat out of the bag about, or is that a surprise too?
That's a surprise too.
All right.
But I will say that the MC is going to be Jim Christiana from M7.
Okay.
He's going to do that again for us this year.
Yeah, a great guy. So
yeah, great guy.
All right. If you have any questions, 724-774-1888, 843-1888. We're going to take a very short break, and we will be back with more right after this here on Driving in the Fast Lane.
Building a future, sharing a dream, working together, we're on the same team. A family of families, a partner, a friend.
Here are some helpful tips to avoid a holiday hangover. This is Kaylin from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. If you've indulged a little too much recently and feel miserable today, I've got some great advice. Take 2 aspirin and then consolidate your bills with me in the morning. Opening those high-rate charge card statements can be enough to shock anyone sober. Then bring those nasty bills into Freedom United and let us consolidate them into one low-rate fixed Visa card. With your approved application, you'll feel better and have more money in your pocket. Remedy your holiday spending hangover and put a little freedom in your future with a visit to Freedom United Federal Credit Union and consolidate today. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today. Benefits include health insurance, life insurance, paid vacation after 1 year, and 1.5 times hourly pay for overtime plus holiday hours. Patriot Home Care employees provide personal care, conversation and companionship, medication reminders, light housekeeping and laundry, meal preparation, and errands. Start your career in home care today and call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or apply online at patriothomecare.org.
St. Barnabas thanks you for listening to Beaver County Radio.
You've got big dreams, and Community College of Beaver County turns dreams into degrees. Choose your path in business, criminal justice, education, health sciences, industrial technology, and more. Build your skills or prepare to transfer, all at a realistic cost and with lots of support. Strong futures start at CCBC. Stop dreaming, start doing. Enroll for spring at ccbc.edu/spring26.
The views and opinions expressed on WBVP and WMBA are those of the participants and host. They are not necessarily the viewpoint of WBVP and WMBA, its staff, management, and advertisers. Thank you for listening to WBVP and WMBA.
Are you frustrated by high copays for your generic drugs? Stop overpaying and start saving. Discover Forward RX, your local cost-plus pharmacy in New Brighton. At Forward RX, we believe in transparency and affordability. No insurance middlemen, no inflated prices, just the true cost of your medication plus a simple fixed markup. Join the Forward RX family today and experience the difference. Check out our medication prices online at fwdrx.com or give us a call for a price quote. Forward RX. Come for the savings and stay for the service.
Hot coffee in the morning and Frank Sparks. Now you're in the fast lane. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and streaming live on beavercountyradio.com.
It's 10:48, actually 10:49 in Beaver County. Coming up top of the hour, we'll have Town Hall News, followed by local news with Noah Haswell. And then we're going to talk a little bit about... last night we're going to talk about AI driving cars, as you know, everybody just wants to get the. We talked about AI in the school districts yesterday, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
that was a neat way to do it. But now an AI car, Tesla.
I've been in one.
Oh no
way!
This one decided it was in Georgia. Decided it was going to drive down the train tracks.
Oh yeah, mine did. The one I was in did not do that.
So the guy jumped out before he got hit head on by one of a commuter train.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
I don't know. So you got in one?
I did, yeah.
Oh my!
Rode out to Gettysburg.
Okay.
And a friend of mine that had one, and I was nervous because I knew he was going to have it on the autopilot the whole time. But in that scenario, I was actually impressed. It was a better driver than I would have been. There was like this roundabout in one of those like Pennsylvania towns that was not your typical roundabout, and even he and I were like, oh, I think it's got us in the wrong lane, and no, it was right, and we were fine. And yeah, it's not like I think people expect that, you can watch movies or think. No, it knows. It knows if you're not looking at the road, even if you're not driving.
Okay.
And it'll say like, hey, we're gonna turn off the autopilot if you don't start paying attention.
Oh, really?
Enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I mean, again, I before that experience, I expected something like what you had just talked
about.
But being in it, yeah, I could see where if it works as it's supposed to, it was a much safer driving experience than I would be as a driver. And I've become a lot safer driver over the years since I was
kids.
Yes. Yeah.
That's funny. So a listener just shared a video or a picture with me.
Oh boy.
Of your grandfather who's 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he was finishing concrete with him last year. Look, I'm not kidding. Just send it to me.
Man, my grandpa.
Pipe in his mouth? Pipe in his mouth?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely. It's probably the same one too since I've been a kid. He does not get rid of that pipe.
It's seasoned, man.
And man, he is the hardest worker I know. He does not want to be still. And he might be 90, but he probably feels like he's like 50.
That's cool. So
That's
you know
awesome.
Charlie then? You ever meet Charlie?
Yeah, right across the street. Is that who's listening, Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie Dirt. We call him Charlie Dirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, because of the garden out back of his house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, no
he
doubt.
provides a lot of peppers.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, no doubt. So, all right, so we're talking about Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association and the gala that's coming up. It's coming up on Valentine's Day. We didn't talk about tickets. How can you get tickets?
Yeah, absolutely. So multiple ways. Number one is to go to our dedicated website on Rally Up. The link is just a little bit too long to rattle off, but if you go to rallyup.com and then you search for Hearts Afire Gala 2026, you'll find our event and be able to purchase tickets online there.
Okay.
You can also reach out to us, 724-774-6600. Give us a call. Let us know that you want to pay via cash, check, card, and we can get you all signed up there too.
All right, and this is also on our Facebook page, is our YouTube channel as well. So later, if you want to go on, maybe you can put a link right on the video there, and people can see it.
Absolutely,
so,
can do.
And what's the cost for the tickets?
So it's $150 for an individual, but if you come as a couple, it's $200.
Okay. That's pretty good for a night out and enjoying black tie dinner. See, that's where you and I differ, Brandon. You find excuse to put a tuxedo on. I do not want an excuse to put a tuxedo on. That's the last thing I want to put on in the world. Yeah. I'm not I have 2 suits in my cupboard, and I only wear them when I really absolutely have to.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just not that kind of guy.
Well, even if
you're
not,
for a good cause, I would. Yeah.
Well, even if you're not, there's still opportunities to support the event. You can go through donate or sponsorships. You can talk about that.
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good lead into it. So we have multiple sponsorship levels. We have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. 250, 500, 1,000, and 2,000. At the different levels, you get more and more as you jump up. And starting at the silver level, you actually get tickets to the gala. So it's a nice little benefit. And again, all this money, it stays in Beaver County. It's helping the people who have cancer and heart disease, your neighbors, the people who you may not even think may have a disease, but they need help. So we're still taking in sponsors. Also, if you can't sponsor monetarily, we're taking in donations. As I talked about, we have the basket raffle. We have our high value items that we're in need of. So if you have a vacation home, Steelers tickets, anything, we're kind of taking that in, and we'd be happy to have it.
That's awesome. All right. And what's the website again?
It's go.rallyup.com.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to share about the gala before we move on? Talk a little bit more about the Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association.
No, I want to see the room packed this year. So let's fill all 200 seats. Get your tickets as soon as possible. Once we sell out, there's nothing more that we could do.
Okay. And then why don't you give anybody information if they do need services, how they can get a hold of you or a hold of the association?
Absolutely. So first of all, you can call us at 724-774-6600. You can also reach out via email, either at info@bccha.org or john@bccha.org. Those are different ways. And then you can also stop by our office. We're up in Monaca, about 2 minutes away from the mall, 3582 Broadhead Road, and Suite 201. It's right on the first floor there. Right in Monaca. Come visit us.
All right. Now, I was looking at the flyer you gave me with programs and services. Tell us a little bit. You're going to have a couple health fairs coming up?
Yeah, so that's something that we're going to be working on this year. We did cholesterol screenings last year, and we're going to kind of pivot this year. We're going to attend some health fairs and offer those cholesterol screenings at the health fairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yep.
And then a couple other things I see, book rentals. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a fun little program that we actually had. A nice lady, she had cancer previously.
Mm-hmm.
She collected a bunch of books that she read during that time, and she wanted to donate them to the organization. So what we want to do is just kind of dish that information out, help that be available to individuals. So if anybody is interested in learning more about it, or they're going through their own journey, come rent a book and take that home and bring it back.
This one I think is kind of cool. You kind of think of all the aspects. You don't think of this dignity robes. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So that's something specifically for women.
Okay.
Whenever you're going through your treatment and everything, it was always thought of, to keep a woman's dignity. That she doesn't want to be bare and embarrassed.
Most guys don't care if our backside's hanging out. And that stupid hospital gown. Who cares? Right?
Exactly.
Right,
You see
right.
the general aspect of that. But women, they do care a little bit more. So
Absolutely.
back in the day, they created a partnership with I think a local church, and we'd buy the material, and a lady would make these dignity robes, and it would be open up right in the middle, and then you just be able to close it right back up. So we have those for free.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brandon, you want to tell us a little bit about Forward RX on our way out the door here? That's a fast hour, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm
it
telling
is.
you.
So fast.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's always a quick one, but good stuff today. As you can see, we wanted the opportunity to help get the word out about the Gala and the association and the programs. And again, it's such a great resource for us at Forward RX. So Forward RX Pharmacy, again, located at 809 3rd Avenue in New Brighton. Any questions you have about medications or cost of medications, we do simple, transparent pricing on everything we dispense. So you can either give us a call, 724-246-6257, or go to our website, fwdrx.com, check out prices, get a hold of us. And as you can see, again, this is a great resource for us, because at times where we know that we're not the most affordable price, again, we put your needs before ours, and to make sure that we can help you find something that's affordable for what you're looking for. And that's where the Beaver County Cancer and Heart Association is just a great resource and a great relationship for us to have, because of their pharmaceutical assistance program, as well as all the things that you've heard today. So even if you're someone who knows somebody, or you yourself are affected by cancer or heart disease, even if you're not in need of any of these programs, just get connected with the association. John and the team are always cooking up new things and trying to figure out ways to meet the needs of the county and the community as much as possible. So even if there's something that you haven't thought of, chances are they're going to be able to get you connected or create something for you to help you out.
All right. Well, John, thanks for coming in today. Brandon, same to you. I guess we'll see you next month.
Yeah, I'll see you next month.
Thanks for having me today,
All right.
guys.
Coming up next is Town Hall News, followed by local news with Noah Haswell, and then we'll have open talk for hour number 2 today.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today. Benefits include health insurance, life insurance, paid vacation after 1 year, and 1.5 times hourly pay for overtime plus holiday hours. Patriot Home Care employees provide